Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope everybody is well. I'm going to take a quick second, Pisces, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Pisces out there, so just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind the energies may reverse. So if it is resonating, Pisces, you get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? All right, Pisces, you are starting out with the Ten of Cups in the reverse. You have the Queen of Cups, and you have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So what I'm seeing here is that you're very unhappy either with somebody that you love or, you know, you're just unhappy in general. I do see that you have very strong emotions for somebody, but I'm also seeing with the Ace of Wands in reverse that there's an ending. So it appears to me something has happened within a connection or relationship for you. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Pisces energy. All right. The person in your energy, Pisces, has the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. All right. So this person's moving really slow, and that's what's making you feel discontent or unhappy. I do feel like you definitely do have strong feelings. You love this person. They're trying to make some kind of a decision, and I feel like they're just kind of weighing up the pros and cons, and it's just taken them forever to move forward with something solid here. Now, the good news is that the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that actually crosses the finish line, but they take forever to get there. So I do feel like this person that's in your energy, I feel like they're feeling kind of weighed down. There's a sense of them having to deal with a lot of problems right now, and that's kind of clouding the issue of whatever this decision is that they're making, and it's creating this energy where they're moving really slow. So let me see the energy between Pisces and this person. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, there's confusion here. You're confused as to why this person is moving so slow. And like I said earlier, there's like this confusion for this person that is causing them to move slow. It has to do with some kind of a choice they're trying to make. Yeah, so let me see. Show me what's affecting this connection. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This may have to do with a solid offer or communication. I will tell you this person is moving slowly forward. It's just not at a rate that is something you can deal with right now. I also feel like this either has to do with an offer. It could have to do with money, or it may even have to do with communication for some of you. But the rate of speed that they're moving, which is so slow, is what's causing you to feel confused and unhappy. It's almost like there's a fog. I see a fog surrounding this person. I also feel like they're kind of worn down. They feel as if, you know, something here has gone on forever as well. But they feel like they don't have the opportunity, or they don't quite know how to resolve the problem. Let me see the outcome. Two of Wands reversed. Well, that's a decision being made. Yeah, we'll have to, but it also indicates that this person is not a very good planner. You might be deciding to move in another direction. We'll clarify to see. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. Now, you could be involved in a committed relationship with this person. I'm not seeing anything about a breakup here. You might be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Let me clarify your reading, though, because I do feel like you are somewhat seated in your power here, but you're just discontent with the confusion that's coming in with this person. So, Spirit, why is the Ten of Cups in reverse for Pisces? All right, we have the Ten of Coins reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You're unhappy with this not moving at a more efficient rate. There's a lot of stuck energy here, and there's confusion surrounding that. Now, again, I'm seeing something for someone here about financial energy. You could also be feeling right now, Pisces, that you don't have the support of close friends or family. And you're unhappy about that, or you could be unhappy with the way some of the family members are receiving this stuck energy, this slowdown. Let me see the Queen of Cups. Show me the Queen of Cups. Show me the Queen of Cups for Pisces. Oh, the Empress. I like that. And the Emperor in reverse. So some of you may be dealing with someone who is a twin flame or a deep soulmate connection, and you love this person dearly. You're showing up here as in your power, very nurturing. However, you don't feel that you are on the same page with this person. You want to stay in your feminine energy, and I do see you definitely in more of a feminine energy or a receiving energy if you're a male. There's a sense here that, pushing this forward, making the forward movement, it's not your job, it's their job. That's the way you're perceiving the situation. So you're not moving forward. You're not going to do your job, which is to receive, to stand in your power, to understand your value and self-worth. You're not going to do their job. Their job, from your perception anyway, is to take the action, to move forward. And you just feel like they're not doing that right now. And they are indeed moving very slowly. So I do feel that, it's causing this situation to spin out of control. And it's also something that neither of you are really talking about, but it is progressing emotionally regardless. Let me see the Ace of Wands reversed. All right, we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Hierophant reversed and the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so there could be something that is having to end in order for this new beginning to come about. If that's the case, you're open to talking about it, but you're very firm. So I don't know, is this person in another connection? For some of you, it looks like they might be, and you're basically saying, no, this is not going to move forward until you decide to end that. And so I see you willing to talk to this person, but understanding that you can't progress this forward into something stable until another ending has taken place. So I do feel like you're a little bit defensive about that, but with good reason. And they are moving incredibly slow if that's the case. So I do see there's something about an ending for a new beginning to happen, but you are open to talking about that. So let me see their energy. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Okay, so we have the Three of Wands reversed and we have the Two of Cups. They are slowly moving towards bringing the two of you onto the same page. So I do see that they're impatient as well. I'm not sure why they're moving so slowly. It's not telling me that. But they definitely feel that you are a soulmate and they want to be with you. If they are involved elsewhere, it does look like they feel that they don't belong there. There's something to do with options that are available here. But this person is experiencing a lot of confusion, and their slow rate of movement to bring the two of you onto the same page is what's confusing you. So let me see. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Has this person been juggling you and someone else? If so, I feel like, Pisces, you have had enough. I don't see you being okay with that. Knight of Cups and the Chariot in reverse. It's that stuck energy again. They're trying to decide, should they stay in a situation or should they move forward? offering this love to you. So I do feel that this person is in a stuck energy. They're involved in something that they feel like they can't get out of. They can't move out of, at least not right away. I do feel that this person does love you. They definitely do have, deep feelings and emotions for you. But for some reason, they feel that they cannot successfully move forward at this time. And I do see them moving forward slowly, but not at the speed that you're going to want them to. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Cancer sign. Let me see the Nine of Wands. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Strength card and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so this person may very well be married or in another connection. If so, they're not happy in that connection. The connection they're in, the other person could be, with them for finances or money. I do feel like this person is working on the situation, but there's some codependent energy that's involved with this. It's almost like they feel overwhelmed in trying to move out or to move forward. And they could also be looking at the financial impact of it, feeling like there would be money. So they could be trying to shore up their finances in order to make this movement as well. Yeah. All right, let me see the energy between Pisces and this person. The High Priestess, Scorpio energy. And the Four of Pentacles reversed. So this person's been keeping secrets. Yeah, they've been keeping secrets, but I don't know if it's from you. I do know they don't want to discuss this situation. They don't want to talk about it because I feel like if they talk about it, then they have to kind of come clean. So they're kind of avoiding the conversation all the way around. And they know that they're actually intuitively they know that they're putting confusion into the situation. Yeah, I'm really getting the feeling like you were not expecting to meet this person. They are involved elsewhere. This may have been a secret connection that sparked up. You're considering releasing this person because I can already see that, there are others in your life that are not, supportive of this connection. I also see that unless this person ends the other, situation that they're in and begin some forward movement, I feel like you feel like you have no choice but to release them, to let them go because you're unhappy. Yeah, you're unhappy with the confusion and the stuck energy. You're unhappy with the secrets and not being able to discuss these things. Let me see the energy that's affecting the connection. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and we have Judgment. So you had to have been at some point involved with this person because you're both showing up here with a reconciliation energy. You're both showing up there. You're both showing up feeling that the other person is a soulmate. You're both showing up you're showing up with twin flame energy or deep soulmate. They're showing up with soulmate energy. But this is also, what's really affecting this connection is that this is a codependent connection. And that does need to be addressed by both of you. I feel like you both want the reconciliation, and that it appears that there has been, or it's in effect, or it's going to come about. But you're reconciling. You both are reconciling in a codependent connection. So I'd be really careful with that. Make sure you're not making decisions in that manner, because nobody's talking about it. Nobody wants to discuss it. Nobody wants to, open up about that. You don't either. But you are wanting this person to, because you're in this receiving mode, Pisces, And as such, you're saying that it's your job to make the forward action. And it looks like they are doing that, but they're taking forever to do it. Part of the reason is because they're afraid of making a poor judgment call. But there's a history here in this connection. So let me see, show me the outcome for Pisces. Show me the outcome for Pisces. All right, we have the Five of Cups reversed. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Three of Swords. All right, so yeah, you're definitely putting up some boundaries here. What I'm seeing is that you may choose to walk away from this person, at least temporarily. Or it could just be that you're communicating to them, look, I'm not going to, bring this back together if you are still involved elsewhere, because it lacks stability and I don't want to do that. And you're basically saying, I'm not open to just a sexual connection. I'm better than that. I am the Empress energy here. But at the same time, you are hoping for a second chance here with this person. So there's definitely, and this is second chance energy. This is, a reconciliation. So there's definitely been some kind of connection you've had with this person. They're not brand new in this, neither of you are brand new to this connection. It ended painfully for both of you, very painfully. And I do feel that there was a sense of betrayal on both sides. So now you're looking at this second chance opportunity. You both want it. However, you're putting up these boundaries and you're communicating cleanly, clearly, and honestly that without them leaving some other connection and putting that behind them, you're not willing to move forward into that, but you would definitely like to have this reconciliation. Yeah, definitely would. You went through a very difficult time, possibly even some depression. They did too. This person was heartbroken at some point when this ended between the two of you, and they are afraid that you're going to move in another direction. And I believe you will, because the Queen of Swords does not play. So this person knows that they have to end something elsewhere. They have to put the work into that. And because this is third-party energy on their side in some form. And so I feel like they're having a difficult time doing that. There's a fear of making a poor judgment call. I feel like it's out of their comfort zone and they're feeling rather overwhelmed. And I also have to be honest that ending this other connection is going to be painful for them. And they also may be feeling guilty. It looks like they're feeling guilty that they betrayed this Queen of Pentacles here. It does look like they're feeling, they know it's going to hurt this person. So there's guilt. There's a feeling of betrayal. It does look like that's what they're going to do because Queen of Pentacles is in reverse and we see them moving in another direction. But the reason they're having such a difficult time with it is guilt. Yeah, they know it's going to hurt this other person. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles, which comes directly into their energy. So again, I see juggling here. I see somebody who is, wanting to move forward. They're not happy where they are, but it looks as if, there's a lot of guilt that's holding them back. So let me pull an oracle card for you. And I feel like, Pisces, you've had enough. You've had enough. So I definitely see that there is a strong connection here between the two of you. You're both showing that. But the situation is not ideal. All right, so your card is number 18. It's called Magic Stream. It did come up in the reverse, so we are going to read it in the reverse. Give me a second. It says, everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Now in the reverse, it says, the Magic Stream card represents swimming against the current. There are times when effort and sheer willpower result in victory and celebration, but this isn't one of them. You can't force inspiration, and you can't manufacture creativity, lest you borrow too heavily from others' ideas. Neither can you make someone love you or orchestrate a series of events that might place you in a more favorable position. And that right there is directly for you, Pisces. Now is the time to drop the trying and jump into the stream and float. Immerse yourself in the experience of being fully present with whatever is true for the moment. You'll never step in the same river twice anyway. So it looks like you're kind of swimming up current. You know intuitively what it is that you need to do. Be sure that you're honoring your own value, your own self-worth, which it looks like you are with this Empress energy. And if you need to place the boundaries, honor and respect that, okay? All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Pisces. If you've resonated with this reading, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Pisces, know that you are loved and namaste.